Hello, I'm Dave McPherson from InMe, and we're at CDS Studios, beginning the recording of the trilogy, starting with an album called Dawn. Trilogy is a mildly pretentious concept, which I love, of the idea of 3 different albums that are musically themed and also lyrically themed. So this one, being Dawn, is about the sort of a big cycle of life. So this one's about beginnings and birth and youth and childhood. And the next one will be, and this is sort of a rock album, then we follow that up with an experimental sort of, hard to describe, sort of Pink Floyd-esque album, which will be about life and ambition and adulthood. And then the closing album, Quietus, will be about death and endings, and will naturally be a metal album. This is our very own Mike Curtis, long-time collaborator, recording stuff. We're working on a trilogy, and we're working on a Dawn album at the moment, and we're going to talk you through some of the gear, mostly Mikey's.
Mostly I am. So basically we're using Gibson SG USA.
Light red.
Light red.
We take this down, so I only use one pickup, this one. Sometimes Mike tinkers with me doodah and changes the intonation for when we're doing the high stuff. Mike likes to tape this up as well with masking tape that doesn't stick. So 2 of the songs are in standard, the rest are in DA/DABE.
Moving on to amps and pedals, we're using a T-Rex Moller in front of a Messagel Rec at the moment, and I think when it comes to mix, I'll blend in a Thunderverb with an orange cab. And cabinet wise, we're using standard rectifier Mesa cab
with some very futuristic communication skills for mic adjustments actually.
Yeah,
Skyping room to room.
We like to use Skype for mic adjustments. Yeah, and just using a 57 and a 421. Pretty standard really, into API preamps.
With every recording with Mike, his professionalism increases, but it's directly proportional to his stress levels.
I don't know where the studio cats come from, but just walked in the door and sat on my lap. You done this the other day, didn't you, when I was mixing?
Proper digging him in.
How's he doing that? More to me. Scratches Dan and dribbles on him.
Oh! Drums sounded immense. I've done all my guitars. Gaz is yet to come in. He'll come in at the end, do a few days, track all his parts. Probably have some kick-ass solos ready. For Greg, he's always been able to just come in and create whatever bass lines he likes. I just trust him with it. Obviously I've lived with these songs to death, demoing and writing and working on them all the time, listening to them all the time. So it'll be interesting to see what someone else's interpretation of these sort of intertwining melodies with my own stuff. That could be pretty interesting. I've reconstructed 2 songs that I wrote well over a decade ago. One I think when I was a teenager actually, so that's a pretty cool inclusion to the concept.